Faculty class, my name is Kayden Calvo, and I will be presenting my case analysis on Suits for Men Incorporated. To start off, here is some background information. Michael Bakshi, son of Rashna Bakshi, runs Suits for Men Incorporated. The Vancouver-based suit shop has been in operation since 1972. They were originally a tailoring shop that made custom suits for the men working in the business district. However, things changed when Michael joined the business in the 1990s. He introduced a line of Cascades high-end ready-made suits. By the time Michael's father retired in 1998, the ready-made suits outsold the tailor-made suits by 2-1. The store was then expanded after an adjacent store went out of business. Moving on to the relevant facts. Suits for Men currently has 3 full-time tailors that work $18 an hour. High-end ready-made suits are sold for about $400 and cost the company an average of $240, with 40-minute alterations free of charge. Tailor-made suits are sold for an average of $560 and cost the company about $140 per suit. In 2012, high-end ready-made suits outsold tailor-made suits by almost 9-1. If implemented, medium-priced suits would sell for $240 per suit and cost the store $150 per suit. Moving on to the key problems. First off, Mr. Bakshi must decide whether the shop should include medium-priced suits to their inventory. In doing so, Mr. Bakshi must add additional racks and a changing room costing $29,500. However, the store is already packed. The existing high-end ready-made suits would also have a 35% decrease in sales. Secondly, Mr. Bakshi must decide if he wants to continue offering tailor-made suits in the store's current inventory. If the tailor-made suits are removed, there will be a surplus of $7,500 worth of materials left over. Lastly, Suits for Men has 3 full-time tailors. One of the tailors, Mr. Indar, is retiring in a month, and Mr. Bakshi must decide if he wants to hire another tailor or stay with the remaining 2. However, tailors are hard to find. Moving on, I will compare what is working to what isn't working. First off, high-end ready-made suits made about $1.4 million in 2012. With alterations taking 40 minutes per suit. The business has been successful in keeping profits as net income was about $57,000 in that year. Mr. Bakshi also has a great relationship with his customers, many of whom have been customers since his father was working. Secondly, and what isn't working, tailor-made suits made about $224,000 in 2012. However, they take a lot more time to make than alterations. The shop will be down to 2 tailors in a month's time, and tailors are difficult to replace. And lastly, there is currently no space in the shop for all 3 types of suits. Moving on to the solutions. Mr. Bakshi should drop the tailor-made suits and should instead sell both medium and high-end ready-made suits after Mr. Indar's retirement. Stemming from the fact that tailors are hard to come by, this would put Suits for Men in a solid financial place even after Mr. Indar retires. Current trends show that the tailor-made suits are losing their market share and consumers are opting for ready-made suits instead. The surplus of goods could be sold to other suit shops in the area. Moving on to the implementation. About $30,000 can be borrowed from the bank in order to build a new changing room and to purchase new display racks. As seen in Exhibit 1, salaries are about $144,000. If current trends continue, the money left over after Mr. Indar's retirement in 2013 or in the next month can be used to pay down the debt. Since alterations take less time, the remaining 2 tailors should be able to manage the new inventory. If the tailors aren't able to handle the sales floor, seasonal part-time workers can be hired in order to manage the floor. Although there will be a 35% decrease of sales from the high-end suits, the medium-end suits would attract more customers, causing net income to rise and balance out. And that concludes my presentation, and thank you for listening.